There was a little confusion by some folks that have messaged me about how I actually make these candy boards. A lot of people will take and line the screen with newspaper or wax paper or whatever, and then pile the wet sugar on top. I don't do that because I'm trying to avoid sealing the sugar off from the bees below. And I also want any condensation from the bees in the colony that rises up to be able to be absorbed by all the sugar and not by the newspaper or wax paper or parchment paper. And it's less work. I mean, the bees don't have to tear all the paper out and carry it out and clean the hive. But what I do is I have these pieces of rigid foam board, and the way I have made my candy boards, on the bottom is about a 3/4 of an inch gap, if you will. And so these pieces of foam board wedge right in there. And then when I set them down and I pack this full of the sugar, like you see, that foam board acts as a form. And I did all of these 10 frames yesterday, so they've only been drying for a little bit less than a day. But I'll come through and a day or 2 days later, I'll pop the foam board out, and then I carry these frames over and put them on the little pieces of wood slats I have that just slightly raise them up so that once the top is drying, I also want that bottom to dry out. And I can't leave them in the forms like this because that retains the moisture underneath. And I've got, I don't know, 25 more of these to make, and so I do them in batches of 10, and I've got 10 of these that I've made up, so I can do 10 of these candy boards at a time. But just trying to be careful here. This is what you'll see when you pull these off, is all I have is the sugar candy now. And this is slightly moist, the top is more dry. So I set them out and prop them up slightly so that there's air movement underneath them. And in another day they'll be rock hard.